Hello, welcome to another Real Raw Moment, and this one is coming off of a 7-day flu, so I'm going to do my best to not cough, sneeze, or do anything else. But if I do, as always, these videos are done in one take. You'll see it's very authentic at that point. And there we go, just make his presence known. As always, these videos are my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, my education, and everything rolled into one. What they do not substitute is any sort of medical, legal, or professional intervention or advice. So, as a disclaimer, for entertainment purposes only. All right, so let's begin. I have been bedridden for a few days, and with that, and possibly the flu meds, I've been thinking a lot. And a topic that I kept coming back to is who I am, who I was, and who I will be in life in general, but in the unique sphere of being in parental alienation, having experienced it once, I experienced it twice, and the high conflict divorce and situations I still remain in. As an advocate, I show up here all the time to talk about, obviously, my feelings, to talk about parental alienation, to talk about high conflict divorce, and it really has become my primary identity. It's a way that I have coped. It is a way that I make sense of what I'm going through. I do believe in turning pain into purpose, and that's what I endeavor to do with my videos, with my groups, with the people that I coach pro bono. It's to make sense out of something that is so utterly tragic and also utterly unnecessary. But I'm not going to talk just about PA in general here. I am going to talk about me as a person and these feelings I've had. Because, as always, if I'm experiencing them and thought them, I'm not an original thought leader. Would love to think that I am, but if I'm thinking it, so have others. So I view my position and privilege as to kind of bring it out there and go, like, here's what I'm experiencing. Maybe you have too. And that is, who would I have been had I not experienced parental alienation? Big topic in my mind. Really big topic, because it has become a sum total of my identity. And to be honest with you, it has to. If you're going to fight it, if you're going to be in it, well, you can be in it. If you're going to take any steps towards getting your kids back, it becomes your whole life. It becomes your whole identity. It becomes what you do. Yes, you may go to work. You may even remarry. You may have another family. You may have other kids. You may have, I don't know, a hobby. And being in the world of parental alienation takes up a piece of the pie. And it's a piece of the pie that just kind of stays until it's resolved. And unfortunately, it's not resolved as often as we hope that it is. And I'm sitting here now, 2016, 2024, math, 8 years later, being truly in parental alienation and all that entails. Prior to that, there's still another, only 3 years, felt like 10, of high conflict divorce and stuff that went on. But really, being in PA has been the past 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Oh, that's fucking scary. And now, I don't know who I am without it. Now, sorry. There's two different kind of sides of that coin where, it's your identity, but then is it holding you back? And that's what I've been wrestling with over this past week, is with PA being my identity, is it, fly? Is it, Is it really as big as I'm making it? I think many PA people can identify with this. Is it really as hard as I'm making it? Is it really as desperate as I'm making it? And this is all my internal conversations. It's not outward conversations I have. And to all of those answers, I say, well, yes, it is. And you look at the facts, absolutely. And then, I like to look at the universe and think, and I do my best to be like, this is where I'm meant to be today. When I'm compelled to lead or have a message or do something, that's where I am. I'm meant to help in this way. Very much have a servant's heart. But then I wonder, who would I be if I wasn't stuck in this? If I wasn't stuck in something perpetuated by other people for no other reason than to harm me. Maybe harming my children, our children, was a byproduct, or often I think is not even considered. But living in a world where you're constantly fighting this specter of PA is all consuming. It is. It's all consuming. It has to be, because you're in or you're out. And it's all consuming to the other side. I mean, there's, if you look at the definition of PA, if you're to Google it, the primary definition that comes up, it's a campaign of denigration. A campaign. It's not a thought. It's not a feeling. It's not an attempt. It's a campaign, which means it is, and we're all in North America, an election year. We know that means it's a concentrated effort to take someone else down or to make a change. But in PA, let's be honest, I'm going to say to take someone else down. So how does it come back to what I'm talking about, which is who would I have been? It's a really scary question for me. Because, well, for a couple of reasons. One is lost potential. Two is lost years of my children. And three is, well, I guess we'll never know. So many lives have been halted by parental alienation, by PA, by high conflict divorce, and yes, by lawyers. And anybody who wants to comment below about the for-profit system, etc., I'm here for it, just not in this video, because again, these are about personal emotions, combined emotions with people. And one of the other things that really got me in my own thought process was, do I have the right to even wonder who I could have been without PA? Is it somehow a slight to my children that I'm even thinking about the fact that I could have been so much better, so much different without PA? As always, again, these videos are single takes, and I don't have a script. I'm really going off of what I'm feeling and what I'm feeling as I talk and what I'm trying to convey. So this will be one of the shorter videos, I think. Yeah, it will be. I am super curious to hear what other people feel and think. Do you think about? Do you wonder? Do you romanticize about who you would have been without PA? And let me be clear, it's not about our family systems, it's not about anything like that. It's not about our kids, who they would have been. This is really about you. And here's the thing, in PA, as targeted parents, we are so encouraged to not think about ourselves, and we are thinking about our kids. But let me be very clear about this. We are still human beings. We are still worthy. We are still so capable of so many things in this world. And we're taking all those resources and fighting against PA, parental alienation. And what gets me about all that, I mean, other than the freaking obvious, what gets me about it is our kids, our alienated kids, our semi-alienated kids, our estranged kids are not seeing us at our best. They're not seeing the examples that we are as capable, beautiful, accomplished human beings. That's what we're supposed to be as parents. We're supposed to show them through our actions who we are. And yet in PA, the only thing that we can show them is hopefully how hard we're fighting, but then we cannot actually convey that to them because there's a whole, there's a lot of stuff around that. Oh goodness. Yeah. I could go on as always, but really what I want to hear is, have you experienced this? Have you thought about it? Does it get to you? Is there something that you can do to change it? I don't know. I'm still contemplating it. It's a really big, open question in my mind, and it's a scary one to look at and think about lost potential. Because I know for myself, I have lost potential in so many ways. And then the kicker is my opposition comes after me for the fact that I haven't fulfilled the potential I've lost. So I'm going to leave that thought there. Message below.